Hi my friend, it's Pat Sloan here with my daily video, and as you see on the calendar for today, I am featured. I'm over at the Olfa blog. They asked me, I'm an Olfa ambassador this year. It's the second year in a row, which is quite an honor because I love their tools. I use all their tools, and these are my favorite tools. And they said, well, tell us, we know you love half square triangles. Yes, I do. And so they said, share with us the tools that you use to do half square triangles. So I have a little tutorial over there plus a video, and the links are below to get over to their website and check it out. And while you're there, look at all the other videos they have, because there are a whole lot of tutorials now on their website from the other ambassadors and from other projects. But I'll just do a quick show and tell here. Of course, this is my favorite rotary cutter. It's been for a while. It's the one that it's easy to change the blade, which I really love. Let me just show you that part. I don't think I showed that in that video, so it's a bonus. But the latch here on the back, it's a slider. So to change the blade is so easy. You just pull that towards you and the whole unit pops out. And then you can get in here and clean everything, including down in these spots here. You know, get a pin in there and clean it out. Get around this circle, because I can see that there's crap in there. Then you would change the blade. I know, I can touch this. I'm being careful. You would change the blade, and I will wipe all of this area. Put the new blade back on. Then, whoops, face down. So you always have the slider facing you, and then you just push it back on. That's it. Super cool. There's a big fuzzy that fell out. This is my favorite. It's called the Splash. Comes in a bunch of colors. This is the navy Splash. And guess what? I'm going to show you this group of tools, and they are hosting over on their Instagram account a giveaway of this set of tools. So if you're on Instagram, or you have a friend that's on Instagram, use the link below and you can go over there. But also go and watch my series, my tutorial. So I'm using the 6.5 by 12.5 ruler. All of these are going to be in that giveaway. A 6.5 ruler, 6.5 square ruler, and they have this great coating on the back, which is like a non-stick stick, so it's really nice. And the rotating cutting mat. Yes, these are so fabulous. I think they're my favorite rotating cutting mat out there. Are the Olfa ones. All the Olfa mats, they are my fave. So if you want to be in on that fun little giveaway at Instagram, go on over there and check it out. Gotta have fun. And I know, not everybody is on Instagram, and I'm sorry about that. That's just the way it is sometimes. It's where they were hosting it. So but there's lots of other things that I host that you can get in on. So, mwah, mwah. But all you Instagram people, get on over there. So let's take a look at the socialites. What action have I had going on here? Because I have had some. I decided I definitely loved the blue in the corners because it's different. Yes, I could mix all the colors so that wasn't blue in the corner, but I thought, that's predictable. I want to do something a little different. So I'm going to do all the blues in the corners, and here is how I'm approaching sewing this. I have done so far down the center. I've sewn just these two, and then I will go ahead and sew all of this column, all the way from the very top to the bottom. I have to get the ladder to get up there. Then the sides, there's 3, so I'm doing 3 across, and over here 3 across, the whole way down. So I will be doing 3 strips, and then sew the 3 strips together. And I find that the size is a little bit more manageable, so I will sort of break it in half. I will do like these 4, and then these 4, and then sew that unit to that unit. So I'm not working with big long strips the whole way. I'm chunking it out, and then I don't have to have the big long strips as often, versus if I wanted to sew like that row, then this row, then that row. That's pretty easy to do, but then I have this long row to hold on to and manage, and I thought, it'd be nicer to not have to manage that, to just do it a little bit easier in chunks. Now the interesting part is I only had 3 of these with blocks with the deeper navy. That fabric from, this is all my Morrison Park fabric. I only had 3, and I'm not making any more blocks. I'm not remaking any blocks, so everything's got to work out. That means one of these corners won't have a dark blue. I'm okay with that. So the corner down at the very bottom will be the one without the dark blue, but I did put the tulip in there because the tulip's an interesting block. This one I have pinned because it needs to go down in behind the cabinet here. So I'm working on that in the evening, trying to get that off the design board, because really at this point I'd be like, okay, this is not going to take that long to sew it up, and I want to have the design board back, get that all done. I also have stacked over in my corner the stuff to go to the spa, plus 2 quilts that need binding. So they are here in the room so that I can do them. I need to get the, I actually, the home is, I'm still debating, do I want to put another border on it? Which means I have to put another border on the backing, you know, more on the backing. And I'm like, I'm kind of liking that idea to make it just a little bit bigger. So I'm debating. I still haven't, that's why it's still here. That's why I haven't sent it to the spa, because I need to, can't decide. I'm like, should I just fish or cut bait? Isn't that the saying? Fish or cut bait. So I just make a decision, do it. Either get fishing or go cut some more bait. But I can't decide. Okay. But in the meantime, while I am undecided on that, we have to get ready for our summer soiree that will be happening the first Wednesday in July. Will be the first block, and I have been writing the patterns and writing the layout. I want to show you the fabrics again that I'm using, and a book that I'm going to use sort of as inspiration during this. So let's look at the fabric first. My fabric is by my buddy Joanna, and it is called Fig and Shirtings. It's kind of a little bit of a 30s inspired. I'm going to have the background as this beige, and I have backing for that. I picked a red backing, of course, red, everything red. This is the shirtings, and they've got a variety of colors. So if you're looking at a fat quarter bundle, you can get this one still. Oops, I guess I should show you on the camera. I've got this whole stack that has a lot of the blues in it, which I am in love with this shade of blue. Blue red. So, you know, with this I'm thinking of keeping it more like red, white, and blue, like using this piece as inspiration, and then using a lot of the reds and blues, and pop in the blacks and grays, and then maybe a little less of the yellow, green, and green. Now here, let's see, I can do this. It's like these reds and greens can really go on the red pile. So I have a lot of lights, and then there's little pops of orange, so, and then the yellows and the green. So I probably will, I'm looking at maybe doing a little less of these guys and a little more of these guys. Look at this. I love it. Love it. So excited about this. It's going to be fun. But I'll really see how I start going along, because I may end up using all the colors pretty evenly. So there's a lot of green in these. Like, you know, there's a green popping in. So it might be that maybe I just don't use much of the peach, and those two stay over here. But it is going to be, I don't know, I'm very excited to play with this fabric, very excited to sew with it. That is what is the fun part for me, is really taking each block and figuring out what fabric can I use in it. So because it is a summer soiree, which we'll talk a bit more about in the intro, but that is a party. It's the traditional summer soiree would be an evening, sort of a bit of an evening fancy party that you would have generally in somebody's home, but it wouldn't have to be. But I'm going to expand our summer soiree out to be also casual parties, daytime parties, just a party. And I had bought this book a while back. Reese Witherspoon, who is a movie producer, an actress, an entrepreneur, and she put in so many interesting things in this book. It is all about, kind of about Southern living and so growing up a Southern gal. Texas whiskey in a teacup is the name of it, and that's something her grandmother used to say. But she has a whole section on making special occasions special. And that's really the heart of what I'm talking about with the summer soiree, is making anything special. We don't have to use the paper plates. We can, you know, we can have real plates, and we can have a little fancier decoration or a pretty decoration or a little fancier, you know, food. And so she goes through a lot of different types of parties. There's a steeplechase picnic menu. I just love this photo here of the old cookbooks. Yeah. And she has like a playlist. This is a road trip playlist, but there's other things like this in here. And then she has a lot of little stories like what's hot chicken, and it is just a super, super delightful book about life. Shucks, there's one of her children. She is with one of her children, and it's full of stories. And I thought, oh, this is so cool. I even like the inside. Like, doesn't this look like just summer in the South? Bright yellow front porch. You could just look at those as cushions on the porch out front. So the summer soiree will start, and I hope you are ready, and I hope you will join in. It is easy 12-inch blocks, squares, rectangles, and half-square triangles. Nothing difficult. The setting will be fairly simple so that you can actually, I'll give it out early, probably during the first block, so that you can be sewing up if you want to sew your rows as you go, you could do that. And it'll be fun. I can't wait to cut into this stuff. It is so yummy, 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 yummy. Also, reminder, if you didn't watch my interview with Kimberly Jolly, I hope you do that. I'll link it below here in the descriptions, and at the end, when the video ends here, you'll see a pop-up to it. I'll put it as the next video you can watch. It was so much fun. She's celebrating It's So Emma's, her publication portion of her company's 10-year anniversary, and It's So Emma is her daughter, so that publishing arm of her and Kevin's business is named after their daughter. They also have a bunch of boys, but Emma got the publishing company named after her, which is so sweet. She talks a lot about her children on her live streams, and you'll see photos of her family, and Emma's a dancer, so it was so fun to chat with her and about that and a few other things. All right, my friend. Okay, get ready for the summer soiree. Go see my tutorial over at the Alpha site. I love you. Mwah. See you online.